Okay guys, how's it going? I like to mill here, and I'm going to be showing you my air compressor, compressed air system that I have in my garage here. So this is my air compressor I showed you in the previous video. It is a North Star 20 gallon, 2 horsepower, belt drive, twin cylinder air compressor. And it is an oil lubricated pump, as you can see down here. And so far it is holding at just under 125 psi. It does really well though. I don't think there's any leaks. And I use the Rapid Air compressed air system. That's what this blue line is back here. And that's the first compressed air outlet. And when I refer to a compressed air outlet, it's basically where the air line comes to. They have a quick connect on it, so you can connect an air hose. So in this case right here, I just have my tire inflator plugged in here. And it has a moisture valve to drain out any moisture that collects there. I put it there anyways, although it's mainly intended for when you have a when you have it vertical, so you can drain it out. And that line runs back there. You can sort of see it. I'll come around here and show you, but it's the manifold that all this runs out of. It's under the windowsill there. And basically the yellow hose here comes out of the air compressor and then connects there with a quick connect. Then there's 2 elbows there, and this can be installed on the surface or behind the walls. Obviously, since this house has already been built a while ago, can't really install it behind the walls, but they sell clamps here. They sell them in 12 packs. I just used them to secure it, but I ran it from the manifold. So I ran 2 lines out of the manifold. One goes over to this air outlet here, then the other one runs up the wall. Then there's an elbow up there, and it runs across the ceiling, and then down over there where my air hose reel is. So that air hose reel is a 50-foot 3/8 inch auto retract air hose reel. It's Clutch brand, which is from Northern Tool. It's really good construction. Nice heavy duty metal. They have the rubber hybrid, I think it's called, hose, and then just the regular straight rubber hose. I prefer the rubber hose. I think it feels more heavier duty, but I'm sure the hybrid hose also works fine. I just chose the rubber hose over the hybrid hose. And then so the way I connected this, you can see the air line runs up there, another elbow, then it comes down to another air outlet, and that's a 3/8 inch quick connect, where over there is just a 1/4 inch. I just used a 3/8 up here because it'd be easier for connecting to the air hose reel. And I have 2 lead hoses here. One's from Home Depot, one's from Lowe's. This one's from Home Depot, but they're both the same. And then I have an air filter here and a moisture bowl on it. And basically what that does is just collect any moisture, water vapor that comes through. Because as you know, when you compress air, water vapor or condensation forms. So you can drain it out of the bottom of the tank there where it collects, but you also get some vapor come through the air system. And especially if you're spray painting, you don't want water vapor in your air because it'll get into the paint. So I don't know if we'll do any spray painting on this system. We might, I don't know, but I decided to put a filter in there anyways. And it just has a little has a little drain there so you can spit the water out if there's any. Right now I just have my spray gun on here, my blow gun, but so you just pull it out till you stop it there, and then you just pull it all the way out, or out past where it's clicking, then you can put it back, and that stopper is adjustable. So far I think it's gonna be a pretty good system. I can so I'm not showing it there. I can expand it later on if I really needed to, but for what my shop is, I really don't need to expand it all that much. Like I said, this is a belt drive air compressor, and it's much quieter than my old direct drive I have. It's obviously a bigger tank than my direct drive. My direct drive's only an 8-gallon. This one's a 20-gallon. And I was using it this morning, and it definitely doesn't have to run as much. I was blowing off some stuff with the blowgun over there, and it was getting everything cleaned off. I think it only came on once in the 10 minutes I was using it. So that's good. It's got a nice heavy duty cord on it, and it only draws 15 amps when it starts up, so I was able to just plug it in over here. I was going to plug it into our dedicated plug out here, but it would require more air line to get over here, and this is a better place for it because it's out of the way from where our cars are parked. So that's always good. The oil gets changed, I think, every 3 months or 50 hours. Sorry about that, my dad had to ask me something. But saying the cord is nice and heavy duty on here. And since this thing only draws 15 amps, I can plug it in out here and not on the dedicated plug. We have 20 amp circuits out here, and it dims the lights, but as long as you aren't running like the vacuum or the miter saw, it's fine. So that should be good, and it only runs for like a minute or so when it's building up pressure, so it's not like it's running constantly. But so far I think it's going to be a really nice air system, and I will do a more in-depth review on this air compressor as well as the air system and the hose reel once I use it some more. I want to make sure that I can use it for a while and then give you my honest review. I don't really want to give you I don't want to review it yet since I haven't used it all that much. But once I do that, I will definitely do a review on it. So if you guys have any questions about my air system here, I will, you can leave your comments below the video and I will get back to you. So I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you later.